बेटा क्यों, हमने ऐसा क्या किया है जो तुम्हें ये सब आइडियाज आ रहे हैं?
Thank God you're like this because you're only writing all this and not doing it in real life.
They told me, but when I said I'm coming back after 10 years, they were like, but Kab, we used to see you every day. I was like, what? So I realized how much reels play a important role. So I was just in America and they were like, when is the reel coming? I was like, one with Manav will come.
You do so much good work, writing wise and direction wise in play area. Have you ever thought of kind of diverting into films as well?
100%.
You are not getting that.
Because I don't want to do anything in this industry. I want to direct films, but different films.
People say what they want to say, but the truth of the matter is that I decided, and till date, like people say, why don't you do so much more work? I don't feel I can do so much work. Like I feel I still enjoy that whole part of being with my kids. Riteish, in fact, we always said we were pregnant. It was never I was pregnant.
You maybe want to embrace fatherhood someday?
Me? No. I will be like starting this app, Father on Rent.
But like, are you in touch with Imran?
Imran also was someone, when we were acting only, I knew that he enjoyed directing and he would talk about that. So I suppose he's taken a break, but you never know what form he'll come back in.
After watching the trailer of Trial Period, I feel like I wanted that I wanted to have that offer of 30-day return for a lot of people in my life. Sadly, I can't, but I wish this was applicable in real life, and I'm sure a lot of people after watching the film are going to feel this way, because I think this is the best policy. But right now, I'm in the company of the team of Trial Period, and it gives me immense pleasure, as one of those people is one half of India's favorite couple. The other is the person. I have watched 3 plays in my life. 2 of them are his, and the third one is a maverick who has given us some amazing stories about parents. I don't know where they originate from, but today I'm going to find out the answer. So, firstly I want to start like Badhai Ho middle age pregnancy, then Trial Period, an exchange offer wale papa. Where are these kind of parents के लिए ये angle कहाँ से निकल रहे हैं?
पता नहीं, या कुछ अजीब सा एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है लाइफ.
रियल लाइफ में कभी मम्मी पापा ने आपसे पूछा है कि मतलब बेटा क्यों, हमने ऐसा क्या किया है जो तुम्हें ये सब आइडियाज आ रहे हैं?
नहीं, मेरे तो आइडिया शायद आई एम वेरी मच इंस्पायर्ड मेरी फ्रॉम माय जेन अल्फा सन who comes up with these things about trying to make me Alexa or something like that instead of Alia. But yeah, also I think it is a journey of understanding unconventional relationships, which I completely believe in, and I think in today's world it is very important to break taboos, social taboos and norms, whether it was Badhaiyo with aged parents. ऐसे तो होता नहीं है ना that they fall out of love. Similarly over here, it is about a story of a mother, and she somehow navigates her way to get a father on trial, what the son asks for.
Genelia, like, what has been the weirdest demand that your sons have made to you ever?
No, they're not weird. Their mother's also not weird. No. I don't think my sons have made too many demands actually.
But anything unique they have asked you for that kind of stuck to you?
Nothing that I can think of right now.
Oh, real life relatability come. उस department में. But you got so much love when you came back with Wade. Was it overwhelming? Was it unexpected? Or was it like you were somewhere you know that it's gonna happen? Because I feel over the years people had told you so many times that you need to come back.
You know, they've told me, but when I said I'm coming back after 10 years, they were like, but Kab, we used to see you every day. I was like, what? So I realized how much reels play a important role, you know, in life. But having said that, I didn't know how. It's like starting over again. I have quite a bit of nervousness when I start every film. ऐसा नहीं कि you know I'm extremely confident. You know I know I'm going to get this right. I'm not, because I take some time. I enjoy my time that I take because I'm constantly understanding what I'm doing. So it's not like, you know, like Shravani's character in Veed also was a character that I didn't know, you know, as such, because I'm not someone who'll only listen to the husband, no. So it was a different character, but I went into the soul of that. Having said so, in Trial Period, Anna's character is not someone that I know because I've always had a partner, you know, who's been a very strong partner in my life. This is a woman who is has the same job like me, is a mom like me, but who just doesn't have a partner like my partner. And having said that, there's a little bit of understanding, there's a little bit of, figuring it out. That's my zone. But what the audience will like and what they will accept is something that you can never ever say. It's your blessings that if they accept you. And I honestly feel that it's a huge blessing for me to come back after 10 years in a new way, in a new role, and still get that kind of love. It is a huge blessing to me, and it is something that even if I try to understand, I'll never understand. So yeah.
I feel like you and Riteish have made making Instagram reels a career option. You have started, I think that.
Let us do some films also.
I remember I had done one interview with him and he had told me that now people don't ask me when is the next film coming. They are like, when is the next reel coming?
Yeah, seriously, there are people who tell us, you all haven't put up a reel in a month. Like during my films, I don't put up any reels because, I'm very with. So I don't put up any other post besides the film post for that 1 week or that 15 days. So I was just in America and they were like, when is the reel coming? One with Manav will come.
This time new papa. But Manav, like, what is the weirdest job offer you have ever received? Like, this is a very weird job offer. So, what's the weirdest one in real life you have received?
I can't think of anything. but ऐसा कुछ weird तो आया नहीं life में job offer. मतलब मैंने ही choose किए हैं लेकिन I was junior artist at some time, some part of my life I was something. So I've done a lot of things. Yeah. खेती वेती भी किए इधर उधर जाके.
But I have to say, like, recently I saw तुम्हारे बारे में. The play.
Oh, you saw the play.
Yeah, I saw. That's why I said कि in my life I watched 3 plays. 2 of them were yours, Chuhal and तुम्हारे बारे में. So I wanted to ask you that you do so much good work, writing wise and direction wise in play area. Have you ever thought of kind of diverting into films as well?
100%.
You are not getting that.
Of course, I directed 2 films, but I love to burn my own money. That kind of films. So I produce and I go and I shoot whatever I like, because I don't want to do anything in this industry. I want to direct films, but different films, not these.
Yeah, I know. 2012 was your first film.
Yeah.
And now 2021 was your second.
Second, yeah.
Yeah. But I think you would be very good behind the lens
Why
as
wouldn't
well.
you want to do it in?
Not in Bollywood. I will direct films, but I will direct the kind of plays I do. Something experimental.
Yeah.
More experimental.
So there is a signature in your plays that when you see it, you get to know it's a Manav Kaul play.
Yes.
That is something you always get.
Yeah.
But Alia, like, this is a very unique pairing, and I feel like Manav makes everyone look good whenever he's opposite someone. It has always been.
Yeah,
there.
he's a handsome man.
Yeah, he is a very handsome. But how did this pairing come to your mind?
I would really say that I'm lucky because they were my first people I approached, and we were going through COVID. So I didn't even meet them in person. Manav I met much later actually. And I sent script and I got positive response very quickly. So I was very lucky, I would say. ऐसा होता नहीं है, आपको स्क्रिप्ट लेके बहुत भटकना पड़ता है एक्टर्स के पास.
ऐसा इनको लगता है, मुझे लगता है कि ये स्क्रिप्ट किसी को भी भेजती, वो अगर 2 दिन से ज्यादा टाइम लेता तो वो मूर्ख एक्टर है. तो बिकॉज बहुत ही रेयर है जो इतनी इंटरेस्टिंग, इतनी एक्साइटिंग स्क्रिप्ट आपको मिलती है. मतलब मैं भी बहुत स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ता हूँ, बहुत रेयर होता है कि विद इन अ डे आई विल से let's do this. We have to make sure that we will do this film.
The premise is so interesting, and I'm sure the writing would have reflected that as well. And I love your chemistry with your son in the film.
Thank you.
Like the last वो जो ट्रेलर वाला सीन है, वो मालिश करते हुए एनी says कि ये पसंद नहीं आ रहा है, पापा दूसरा लेते हैं. The way you laugh there, it just reflects the kind of how much inspiration of real life motherhood get into it.
No, I think a lot. I think I'm like that with my kids also. So. But the good part is she let it be, because very often people don't like, she shot scenes sleeping on the floor, she shot scenes with your legs on the wall. So these are things that you do with, your child. They're always sitting on your lap, like, it was an extension of me being a mom at home for sure. That much, yeah.
And in media, we see that there's a lot of glorification of the mother and kid relationship, and rightfully so. But somewhere the father-son or father-daughter, the relationship that is very less explored, and usually when we see it's a very distant relationship in the beginning, and then eventually एक emotional moment आएगा, and it's a very cliche one.
Yeah.
In real life, how was your equation with your father, and when you see Riteish with your sons, how different and similar it is to your equation with your father?
So my father and my mom, for that time, were very today's parents. I think they both shared their work, in terms of parenting. My mom was obviously the more dominant person. She was someone who was more in charge and more in control. But so was my dad, and my mom was someone who had worked from the time I was born. So I came from that school of thought. So my father, I didn't have one of, not being able to talk to him or that whole thing. I didn't have that in my relationship with my dad. Riteish had another relationship. Riteish had a different relationship, but also one of extreme closeness. But when we became parents, we were very clear that Riteish, in fact, we always said we were pregnant. It was never I was pregnant, because it was equally that much that our husband gives to that relationship. And even as parents, there are certain calls that I take, there are certain calls that Riteish takes, and we don't overlap that. We're true partners in that. So.
Yeah. But Manav, after doing this film especially, has that kind of idea hit you that you maybe want to embrace fatherhood someday?
Me?
No,
Never.
Do you enjoy your single life a lot?
Yeah, I'm not enjoy. This is the way I am. I know myself. So this is the way I'm going to remain.
But during this while, you have never thought about maybe getting married or maybe having a kid?
I will be like starting this app, Father on Rent. And yeah, I will do that because I'll be amazing in that.
You will be amazing.
For 30 days, I'll be great.
Yeah,
for 30 days.
Best है ना कि मतलब ज़्यादा वो भी नहीं 30 दिन करो ज़्यादा responsibilities भी नहीं fatherhood के मजे भी मिल गए. That's it.
So yeah, I like kids, I like everyone, but for some time. That's it. Certain period of time.
Yeah, but after this film, you'll get lot of proposals.
I know. My mom will be like so happy that oh my beta.
But this is for all three of you. If you had the option to have one equation in your life to have on trial period, what equation would that be?
Mera. No, I don't want any equations on trial. I'm very happy with my life. Life is a trial period, yeah. Life you go through, like everyone thinks that life is just life. No, every relationship is work in progress.
Yeah. But has it never happened like you met someone, कुछ time बाद ही and you were like, कुछ दिन ही ठीक है, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं.
मतलब अगर ऐसा ट्रायल है और ऑप्शन है तो I will definitely go for a or live with some of my favorite writers. I will love to do that. Some of the filmmakers or if there is a residency somewhere where my favorite people are going to be there, and I'll just spend time with them, just talking, and it's going to be so amazing.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
What is that?
If I'm on trial, then I would like, if I could get an option, someone who is available to just listen to me. मतलब मैं बोलते रहूँ, वो सुनते रहे और react ना करे ज़्यादा, चाहे वो गुस्सा हो, चाहे वो खुशी हो, जो भी हो. So that I would like.
Now I want to know कि like from you, like how do your parents react to your story?
Very well, I think. Thank God you're like this, because you're only writing all this and not doing it in real life.
That's the beauty of writing and
अंदर
making.
का डर थोड़ा सॉर्ट होता है कि चलो सिर्फ स्क्रीन पे ही है, यहीं तक रख रहे हैं.
But आपका लाइफ तो नहीं है ना ऐसा.
But I remember, Genelia, recently in an interview, you had said that when you decided to leave acting for 10 years, it was your decision. But there were people who kind of said, maybe Riteish must have done so. You clarified it. But even after that, were there people who were like, she must be doing it to just save people?
I'm sure.
Him.
People say what they want to say. But the truth of the matter is that I decided. And till date, like people say, why don't you do so much more work? I don't feel I can do so much work. Like I feel I still enjoy that whole part of being with my kids. I want to do that. I want to do this. I'll choose when I want to do what. And the good part is I no more look for validation. कि you know I have to be part of this banner. I have to be part of a story that has impressed me the day I read it. So that
And it must have been 10 years, but let me tell you, यहाँ पे ही मैं जाने तो ये जाने ना वाला पोस्टर रखूंगा ना, and यहाँ पे you, no one can tell the difference. Has there been any aging? No, it hasn't. You have always
thank
been
you.
like that, and I feel like recently the film completed 15 years.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. That film is so loved even today. Like I had just rewatched it a couple days ago, and everyone does it. The film gets so immense love even today. Does it fills you with a sense of pride to have been associated with the film?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I honestly didn't know it was 15 years. Till there were so many stories that came back to me saying that, you know, when I was in college, I did this, and this was my first film, and this was my favorite film, and we went on a date on this film, and I realized so many people have lived their life through this film. And what I feel is the beauty of films is that 15 years later, people still find you an Aditi or a Meow, and they still love you the same way they did 15 years before. And that for me as an actor is gratifying to a large extent, and it's also something that makes me want to act every day.
And let me tell you, the Kavi Kavi Aditi song was shot in my college.
Xavier's?
Yeah, XIC. I have been in XIC. So, Jesse, wo gana, when I saw it after XIC, na, first time the film again, I was like, oh, ये देखा हुआ है. ये जगह देखी हुई है. Oh, ये तो हमारे हिसाब से वाली है. But एक तो बहुत खुशी मिलती है. कुछ भी बोलो.
Thank you.
उस चीज की. But like, are you in touch with Imran? Like, have you guys planned a reunion to kind of celebrate the film's success?
No. We meet in school now. His child and my children are there together. So we meet. But having said so, like Imran also was someone when we were acting only, I knew that he enjoyed directing and you talk about that. So I suppose he's taken a break, but you never know what form he'll come back in. So it's nice to meet him. Whenever I meet him, it's an interesting conversation again. We are at different stages in our career. So.
Imran, Riteish, Manav, you work with actors who are directors as well.
Yes.
It's a pattern.
It's my scheming to make sure that they cast me.
होना भी चाहिए. But it might be a set in the middle class, but the film is gonna be top class. Let's just say that. But thank you all of you for this time. Hope you guys had a good time because I had a great one. Wishing you all three lots and lots of love and luck for Trial Period and everything you do. And Genelia, please come back sooner and sooner.
Thank you
screens.
so
And
much. Thank
please think about directing films more. We want that. And more unique parent stories expecting from you.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.